Dada, Stephen, gave the Catamounts some extra chances on this possession. They couldn't capitalize, and instead it was the Bulldogs who capitalized.
Yeah, the bigs for Western Carolina have started to really assert themselves these last 10 minutes or so. But like you said, they're not capitalizing. You know, they've kind of almost evened up the rebounding, 29 to Citadel's 34 now. They just got to capitalize on it. A lot of shots both ways, halfway down and roll out. 1 point game here, 2.5 minutes left.
We saw 2 in-and-out threes for the Catamounts. A close one for Adebisi, 4 or 5 feet from the basket that rolled in and out.
German back in for Citadel. Would love to see him get involved offensively, not necessarily take the shot, but be involved in the offense. Get Western's bigs to be activated on defense.
Catamounts lead by 1. Summaro's had a quiet game, just 2 points. He's 1 for 8. He finds Stansberry. That shot is short. Rebound for Wally.
Yeah, I thought Stansberry was drifting a little bit there. If he would have just stayed in his spot, wouldn't have had to relocate with the ball. Could have been an easier shot.
Defender goes down. Wally. A miss and a rebound for Sumaro.
That's a tough one for Citadel there. I like Carter Kingsbury being in the paint like that. He gets the big to lift up, go through him, get the foul, get the and one. Instead, they pass it out to a sub 30% three-point shooter.
Collision, Sumaro on the ground. It'll stay with Western Carolina. Sumaro ran into a roadblock that time. Let's take another look, and that roadblock came in the form of Simeon German, not who you want to run into.
It looks like it could have been off his knee there.
Under 10, Kell pulls up. Catamounts have gone cold.
Good rebound there by German. He's up to 9 now.
The Bulldogs talk this over. A minute 32 left to go, trailing by 1. The Citadel calls timeout. Preseason number 10 team in the SoCon, looking for their first Southern Conference win of the season, trying to get it at home against Western Carolina. They've been close several times so far this season. Stephen, we've talked about that tough game in Columbia. They were right there with an SEC team. They had crosstown rival CFC on the ropes, lost a nail-biter there. SoCon, of course, begins a new season. That was in the non-con, and new opportunities for the Bulldogs, who almost beat Wofford last Saturday. As you take a look at the Southern Conference standings, they'd love to get that first win on the board today.
Yeah, this is a really big game for both the Citadel and for Western Carolina. Western Carolina with a chance to get back to 500 in conference play. Citadel looking for their first win. This could be a big win for them, for both programs on the trajectory of going for the rest of conference play.
And they were so close twice last season against Western Carolina. Overtime in this building, trying to break through this afternoon in front of their home fans. I know one bit of tough luck for the Citadels. 3 of their 4 first games at home without the Cadets. Cadets, when they're here, create a raucous atmosphere. They'll get them back soon. Five seconds, Kingsbury, bullseye.
Out of that timeout, I think Coach Conroy really made it an emphasis to get Kaba on the ball, get a switch onto him. They got Kingsbury switched onto him. Takes advantage of him.
The Bulldogs have the lead, 1:05 to go. A monster 3 from Carter Kingsbury. As this McAllister Fieldhouse crowd fired up. Another look at the shot, Stephen.
Yeah, just a great shot. You would have liked to see him get to the rim. I think he's faster. I think he can get by him. And I think Kingsbury's done a good job being in the paint, kind of maneuvering with the bigs, using his body, using his strength. But just a great shot, honestly. Got him off balance. Rose up, got the shot off before the big could put his hand out.
18 points for Carter Kingsbury. He's 2 for 3 from behind the arc. 18 points today for Kingsbury, ties a career high. He set that high in December at South Carolina. There's a future Bulldog in attendance.
Yeah, it seems like Kingsbury just wants to have a good game every single time I'm on the call.
You bring him some luck, Stephen.
Coach Conroy trying to fire up this crowd. Good showing out here today.
Fans behind us on their feet. A minute to go, 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. Dumasi. Now Kell. Sumaro fighting against Wally. The fadeaway is good. We're tied. Well, for a guy who's been struggling all game long, he was 1 for 8 before that shot, Stephen. A big make for Julian Sumaro.
Yeah, that's a really tough shot. He had Ezzy Wally, Citadel's best defender, on him. I just thought that.
Seems to always be close when these two teams face off. The last 4 have gone to Western Carolina, the 3 before that to the Citadel. You see how tight every game has been.
Yeah, I remember that game last year here in overtime. Just seems like whether it's up at Western Carolina or it's down here, it's always a close game.
Big make for Julian Sumaro, ties it at 71. It's one of those tough New York City guards. Sumaro played for the famed Riverside Hawks AAU program that produced some of the best New York City point guards. You look at that list, guys like Kenny Anderson, Mark Jackson, Kenny Smith, Rod Strickland, and others. Sumaro has played some point guard in his career, playing off ball this season at Western Carolina. Donovan Mitchell on that list. This is his 4th year playing for Coach Kraft, so he knows how they do things, knows what to expect. Played for him at Gardner-Webb, and then a year at East Carolina before coming back. He's played for Coach Kraft at Western Carolina. Says he does everything well. Good passer, can make shots, get to the basket. Solid defender, really tough for his size. He's listed at 5'11". Bring some leadership and enthusiasm to the floor. Trying to show the way here in the final minute.
Yeah, for Coach Conroy here, I'm looking to get the rim a quick shot here, maybe get a 2 for 1.
Williams has a team high 19. This is Adebisi. Wally kicks it out. Williams from the corner. A miss, and the rebound is tracked down by Sumaro. Western can take the final shot. Who will take it for the Catamounts? Dumasi kicks it out. Sumaro, a circus shot. And we're going to overtime.
Great defense there by Citadel. Stayed down. Stansbury came up with a little ghost screen trying to get a switch there. They stayed solid. They stayed home. Thought Citadel could have got a better shot down here on offense.
And the other end, it was the grad guard, Julian Sumaro. Went for the game winner, couldn't come up with it. Bonus basketball when we come back. Well, back-to-back seasons, we have overtime between Citadel and Western Carolina here inside McAllister Fieldhouse. Here's your series history between the Cats and the Dogs. Western leads the all-time series. They've won the last 4. It was an 80-78 win for the Catamounts last January, January 25th to be exact. Western got out to a fast start, led by 9 at the half. The Citadel had a big second half, 45 points in the half. A Brody Fox free throw tied the game with 7 seconds left. Then in overtime, Bernard Pelote scored 5 of his game-high 24 points to seal the win for Western Carolina. The Bulldogs, they had a chance to tie it or win it on the last-second shot that didn't go. Brody Fox had 19 in a losing effort for the Citadel. Can they get some revenge today?
I think if I'm Citadel, Dave, I'm really trying to focus on getting Carter Kingsbury the ball in space. And if I'm Western Carolina, I'm trying to get Marcus Kell the ball. Trying to get him involved, trying to get him going downhill, creating, attacking the rim and passing.
Kell has 24, Stansbury has 22, but Stephen, I feel like they were at that mark midway through the second half.
Yeah, I think Stansbury's been on 22 for a while now.
Dumasi, a miss and a rebound for Adebisi. German lost his shoe, so currently it's 4-on-5 for the Bulldogs. Wally will wait for German. Back to 5-on-5. Wally backing down Sumaro. Under 5, Kingsbury has to fire a tough 3. Missed everything, maybe not what the Bulldogs were looking for in that possession.
Yeah, I would put that turnover on Ezzy Wally there. 6 seconds left, you're one-on-one in the post, you gotta make a move. A little bit of a hot potato, just kind of throwing a grenade to Carter Kingsbury there.
That's the one guy that Wally has a couple inches on, in Sumaro. Sumaro got Wally in the air. In and out on the 2. Rebound is tapped to Kingsbury.
We've really seen Western Carolina start to go to Sumaro more often now rather than Stansbury or Kell.
He's a graduate guard. He's been in a lot of big moments in his career. Player that Coach Kraft trusts from his Gardner-Webb days. Kingsbury, count it! An opportunity for a 3-point play here for the Citadel.
Looks like that foul was off ball, Dave. Might be on the rebound. Sumaro with the 2-hand shove there on Drummond.
The miss for German from the line. Rebound for Sumaro. Bulldogs lead by 2. Dumasi has 6 for the Catamounts. Stansbury for 3. He's short. Kingsbury comes up with it. Bulldogs will take their time.
Citadel just needs to get the ball moving, get some of these forwards slashing downhill. Braxton Williams, Carter Kingsbury driving off of a closeout. Size disadvantage here.
One gets past Adebisi and rolls out of bounds. A turnover for the Bulldogs. Common presence, Adebisi says that's okay. Sumaro to inbound, finds Dumasi. A wide open Kaba. He was met by Wally. Still another opportunity for the Catamounts, and a whistle will go against the Citadel. And how about Wally at 6'1" coming over to defend Kaba, who goes 7 foot?
Man, Dave, I thought he got hacked on that first take. How they got in is actually there was a Spain action, a little ball screen with Kaba. Marcus Kell setting the back screen on Kaba's guy. Easy roll to the basket. Yeah, I thought Wally hacked him on that first take.
Miss at the line for Kaba. Talked about his struggles from the free throw line coming into today. 39% free throw shooter. He did make them both his first trip. Now 2 for 3.
Yeah, he'll be a key player to watch down the stretch if he stays in. Looks like Dumasi stepped in there. Kaba made the free throw, it doesn't count. Could be huge, Dave.
Yeah, tough break for the Catamounts. Every make from the line critical for Kaba. Bulldogs looking to build on a 2-point lead. 2.5 to go in overtime.
Got Applegate back in for a while. Wally's been playing a lot recently. See if Applegate can bring some three-point shooting for him.
Wally's really stepped up this afternoon on both ends. Five seconds. Adebisi lost it. But back in Bulldogs possession. Williams draws the foul on Kaba. That's the 4th on the Western center.
Yeah, just a tough predicament there for Kaba. 3 seconds left. Goes up for the layup. He has got no choice there but to contest it.
Williams gets the bounce on the first. Actually, Williams, a 72% free throw shooter coming into today. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 this afternoon.
Looks like we're starting to see some more offensive and defensive subs for Citadel. German and Wally back in for defense. Applegate more for offense. Crowd's getting loud here in McAllister Fieldhouse.
Their Bulldogs lead by 4. Under 2 to go. Kingsbury all over Stansbury. Not giving him any space. 10 seconds for the Catamounts. Dumasi makes his move. Feeds it inside to Dada, who finishes from in close.
Yeah, that was a great pass there by Dumasi. Wrapped it around the defender. Great finish by Dada.
Lead down to 2. Timeout Bulldogs, with Conroy wants to talk it over. Trying to pick up their first Southern Conference win of the season. Such a special league. Coach Conroy loves the Southern Conference. Here's their upcoming schedule. They'll hit the road. Greensboro, North Carolina next Thursday, and then of course that rivalry matchup up in Virginia against VMI next Saturday before returning home for a tough one in this building against Furman.
Yeah, they got a tough schedule ahead of them. That game at VMI, no matter what VMI team they put on the court, it's always going to be a tough game in that rivalry.
Here's the upcoming schedule for the Catamounts. After playing 3 of their first 4 SoCon matchups on the road, they'll head home to Cullowhee to take on ETSU in Chattanooga next Wednesday and Saturday. ETSU so tough defensively this season. That'll be quite a battle in the interior between the size of Western Carolina and the toughness of East Tennessee State. You've been in this huddle before, Stephen, with Coach Conroy. Close game, 2-point game. What are they talking about?
I think he's going to key in really on Carter Kingsbury. He's 3 of his last 4 from the field. He's drawing up some type of play. I would get him in the post a little bit. But I think I like all of these forwards for Citadel, whether it's Adebisi or it's Braxton Williams getting downhill. So swinging, getting quick swings, driving these open gaps, and creating off of that.
Both teams now back on the floor. We'll see what Ed Conroy drew up. .128 to go. The Bulldogs lead by 2. Trying to build on that lead. Applegate to inbound.
Watch a back screen and ball screen here. They got the switch they wanted.
Wally, 5 seconds. Wally, unable to knock it down. Who's that off of? It's off of Western Carolina. Catamounts thinking about challenging this. They won't. Minute 3 to go. Going to the floor and fighting Sumaro. And Christian Moore to tie up. Possession arrow in favor of the Citadel.
Dave, they run this inbounds play a lot recently. They get Christian Moore inbounding the ball, and then he comes off the pin down for him. They get a little more legs under his shot. Everything's been short.
Kingsbury went down. A foul called on Western Carolina. Dumasi picks up the foul, and that's his 4th.
Cabo with 4. Dumasi with 4. Samaro with 3. Dotto with 3.
Kingsbury at the free throw line, 4 of 6 so far today. Five of 7. Bulldogs get Williams and German back in. They replace Moore and Applegate.
Watch for Western Carolina here to get Stansbury coming off a baseline to baseline stagger screen. Try to get him an open 3.
Career high 22 for Carter Kingsbury. It's a 2-possession game. Stansbury fouled by German, and he'll head to the line for 3.
Just a bad foul there by a German. Contest the ball without jumping towards the player. Could have been a moving screen there on Dada too.
Cord Stansbury, 79% free throw shooter on the season. So far today, he's 4 for 5. He went 9 for 9 last season at the Citadel in the overtime victory here in Charleston. And this is the first.
Yeah, it looks like Kingsbury just fell there, but you can see German jumping from point A to point B, getting in the landing space of Stansbury. Coach Conroy did not look happy looking on at German after that play.
Two more free throws coming for Cord Stansbury as Kingsbury and Wally get some instruction from Coach Conroy.
Yeah, Dave, the difference of this game that I'm looking at right now, 26 free throws for Citadel, only 14 for Western. Citadel shooting at an 80% clip, which is not very normal for them.
Western below that number. Missed the second. Christian Moore back in for the Bulldogs. He replaces German. This one vital for Western Carolina to make it a 1-possession game. Stansbury does just that. 3-point lead for the Citadel. Pressure here from the Catamounts. Kingsbury has to call timeout.
Yeah, just a lost opportunity there from Western Carolina, a chance to get it to a 1-point game. Instead, they're down 3. 43 seconds left. If it were me, I would play this out. I would make them shoot a tough shot. come back on offense, get a quick 2, then we're pressuring the ball.
You have to be wary of fouling the Bulldogs quickly. You mentioned it before, Stephen, the way they're shooting free throws so far today, over 80%.
Yeah, if I'm Western Carolina, if they leave German in the game, I would foul him. But Citadel's shooting the ball from the free throw line very well today, 80%, like I said earlier. Braxton Williams is 6 of 6, Kingsbury 6 of 8, Wally Adebisi, Moore all 2 of 2.
That's certainly been the difference. Western shooting 62.5%. Charity stripe so far. Shooting percentages overall almost identical. If you look at field goal percentage, Western Carolina 42.4, Citadel 42.1, 3-point percentage identical. Both teams 8 for 28 from behind the arc. The difference, Stephen, has been from the free throw line.
Yeah, definitely. I think Citadel's awareness to be aggressive and get to the line has been the difference. They put more pressure on the referees to make calls, driving to the rim. I think Western Carolina has kind of settled for some tough shots and not being as aggressive going to the rim.
Kingsbury gets it in.
Looks like they'll play it out, Dave.
Yeah, 12 or 13 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kingsbury, checked by C.J. Highland. He's their best on-ball defender. Height advantage for Kingsbury, though. Takes it inside on Highland. Now kicks it out. Wally, spin move. Finds a cutting Moore. No. Another opportunity. He's stripped. Stansbury, a deep 3. Off the mark and a rebound for Adebisi. He's fouled with 4.1 to go. He hits these free throws, Stephen, the Bulldogs are in business.
Yeah, honestly, I like what Western did there. They played some tough defense, got the stop, come down. I thought Stansbury got a good look, honestly. Sometimes that's just how the ball rolls, Dave.
Stansbury is over 20 points midway through the second half. Gone a little bit cold since. 4 for 11 from behind the arc today. The BC to ice the game. Calmly hits the first. It's a 4-point lead.
Game is all but over, Dave. It's a good win for Citadel. I think this will gives them some good trajectory, some good things to build off of, honestly. I thought, maybe they didn't shoot the ball super well from 3, only 28%, but, they played hard. I think these are the wins that can really start the domino effect of, hey, we got one, and then we're starting to roll off win after win after win after this.
Adebisi gets them both. He's in double digits with 10 points. Perfect 4 for 4 from the line. And how about the Citadel from the charity stripe, Stephen? We've talked about it ad nauseum maybe, but it's so important to talk about because that's been the difference in this game. 23 of 28.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
It's probably the difference in the game, honestly, for Citadel, especially, like we said, kind of this season, they don't shoot the ball from the free throw line super well. They're definitely in the bottom % in the country when it comes to free throw shooting. So for them to come out in a game like this and step up and make them, and they're shooting a lot of attempts. They're being aggressive, like I said earlier. They're getting downhill. They're making the referees make tough calls.
They're out rebounding the team that leads the Southern Conference in rebounds, 44 to 36. Incredible toughness shown by the Citadel on their home floor today. So they look to be in line to pick up their first Southern Conference win of the season. 4.1 to go. Tracked down in the corner by Highland. Oh! C.J. Highland makes it a 2-point game, but 0.1 remaining. And that'll do it. The Citadel has defeated Western Carolina 79 to 77 in overtime. They pick up their first Southern Conference win of the season.
Big win for Citadel. The fans are ecstatic. Everyone's out of their seat. Just a great win for the program, honestly.
Their last Southern Conference win was February 24th of 2024 against Chattanooga. But Ed Conroy's crew finally breaks through. What an effort today from the Citadel. They get 2 20-point performances, 22 from Carter Kingsbury, a career high, 21 from Braxton Williams. That's his 4th 20-point game of the season. On the losing end for Western Carolina, 2 20-point games, 24 from Great Marcus Kell, 23 from Cord Stansberry. In the end, that wasn't enough as the Citadel improves to 4-13 overall and 1-3 in the Southern Conference. Western will drop to 5-10 overall, 1-3 in the Southern Conference. Steven, you want to give us some final thoughts as your former program, the Citadel Bulldogs, pull out the win?
Yeah, just a tough win. Honestly, the difference in the game, Carter Kingsbury getting to the rim, making plays in the paint, and then, like I said, the free throw line. Free throw line shooting 82% on 28 attempts. Not to mention, like you said earlier, out-rebounding the best rebounding team in the SoCon.
Win the rebounding battle by 8. Next up for the Citadel, they'll hit the road to take on UNCG in Greensboro at 7 p.m. January 15th. And next up for Western Carolina, they'll be at home against ETSU as they take on the Buccaneers. Oh, fired up Ed Conroy and this McAllister Fieldhouse crowd as the Citadel Bulldogs pick up their first Southern Conference win of the season. They knock off Western Carolina in overtime, get some revenge from last season's defeat. Coach Conroy, congrats on the win. You talked to us before the game, looking to finally break through. You guys did today.
You know, I thought we didn't do everything perfect, but I thought we played hard for 45 minutes. I really did. And the first group that started the game, I thought did a great job of setting the tone. We were probably, you know, they still scored 40 in that first half. We've had our struggles defensively, but that group really, I thought, set the tone that we were going to fight on that defensive end the whole night. And I thought toward the end of the game, we finally got in their legs a little bit.
Let's talk about the offensive end. 2 20-point performances, a career high for Carter Kingsbury, 20-plus points from Braxton Williams as well.
Carter was, boy, he hit a couple big threes tonight, and but when he's getting downhill and being aggressive, he puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he makes great reads. He's got a big body, he can finish down there, and such a smart player. Toward the end of the game, almost every time out, he was the leading voice about what we needed to do, and he was the guy we trusted with that ball out of bounds, making the right decisions. Great performance by him.
Can you talk about how clutch this team was all game from the free throw line?
Well, that was our whole goal. We felt like they're so explosive offensively, and I think so well coached, but they go so hard, and they're talented on that, and all 5 guys are really quick. We had to get to the free throw line. In the first half, I think we were 11 of 13. Thought we could have gotten there even more. Second half, I thought and I would credit Simeon. Best performance of the year for him so far. We need the big fella, and I thought he drew a lot of fouls early and caused problems in both those halves to get us into the bonus.
You mentioned that, and you out-rebounded the top rebounding team in the Southern Conference. What are you most proud of from today's performance?
Just that these guys have hung together. It's been a long struggle where they've seen their hard work where it would pay off, and we just focused on the process and not worrying about those results. And those guys, they really bought into it. And I thought today they just played every possession one at a time.
And now you get to take some momentum on the road in the SoCon.
Let's go. The Southern Conference is the best league in America because everybody plays each other twice. You know I love that about this league. And so now we get to go back on the road, and can't wait.
Outstanding win. Congrats, Coach.
Thank you. Go Dogs.
We thank Coach Conroy for joining us as the Citadel Bulldogs pick up their first Southern Conference win of the season in overtime against Western Carolina. The Bulldogs defeat the Catamounts 79-77. For Stephen Clark and the rest of our crew, I'm Dave Weinstein saying, so long from Charleston. The Bulldogs a winner over Western Carolina.